How to start a business with no business ideas. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. If this is your first time watching, I am Trina Boyd. I'm the founder of a nonprofit organization called Women in Power. Women in Power help women start, scale, and grow their business through grant writing, business credit, and government contracting. So one of the things I have been helping women do lately is I have been helping women secure their first grant or secure grant funding for their business. I have helped women secure business credit for their business. And also, I have been teaching women how to secure 6 to 7 figures in government contracting. That's what I teach in my community of women. We also do a lot of networking, and 90% of this is done virtually. So, if you are a woman owned business, I highly encourage you to join us in the community of Women in Power because like I said, 90% is virtual. You don't have to become in person. We do have in-person chapters, but if you are really looking to grow and scale your business, you definitely want to be in this community. All right. So also I do want to mention to you that I have a book coming out. I want to personally invite you out to my book launch party. I will have details coming, so make sure you watch out for that. All right. And how to start a business with no business ideas. So this is a really good one, and I'm happy that you have searched this keyword, and I'm happy to give you this information. So the first thing I do want to say is whatever you're doing now, whatever business that you're doing, whatever like your career is now, I want you to start there. I want you to start there where you're currently doing. One of the things I love to tell people that people do not know, right, is that you can actually do government contracting as a business with your current career or with what you're currently doing in your career. How can you do that, right? Like people, I know you're asking, like, how can I do that? Because if you don't have any business ideas, this is the cheapest way to do it. This is the cheapest way. And then if you're just trying to like really make more money in what you're doing, how can you start a business off of what you currently do in your career? Just to say, I'm just assuming that you love your career. I'm just going to assume that. So, what I'm about to tell you is going to be related to utilizing your current job or your current career to be able to leverage government contracts as a business, not working for any companies now. So, one of the things I teach on in my community of women is government contracting. I have been teaching this, and me and my husband have been doing government contracting for almost 5 years. And one of the things I tell women, if you are a nurse, if you are an administrative assistant, if you are in insurance, if you are in real estate, whatever it is, the government buys it. Even if you are in the food industry, even if you say, hey, I work at McDonald's or whatever. If you're in the food industry, how can you do this? So the first thing is, it's a process, of course, to register, but you do have to register with the government. I actually have a video on this channel that tells you how to do that. It tells you, it doesn't give you step by step, but it gives you the website to go to register with the government. Before you register, of course, you have to have a business entity. So which one what do you want to, like, how do you set up a business entity, right? So the cheapest way and the easiest way is to do a sole proprietorship. You can register with the government as a sole proprietorship. I just want to say that. And you don't have to spend money on an LLC or anything. Eventually, you want to get a S corp, which is it's an S corporation or a C corporation, but you want to get an S corp. So you'll be taxed as a small business. But right now, if you say, hey, this is something new I'm doing, get the EIN number, register on the sam.gov website. And now here's the thing. How can you do it as a business? The EIN is going to set you up as the business, right? You got to figure out what your business name going to be or whatever. But the EIN is setting you up as a business. And once you have that, you can register on sam.gov. But here's the thing now. how can you qualify your experience, what you're doing as a business? So one of the things you can do, or this is what you want to do, you want to get a resume. Your resume qualifies you. The fact that you have experience doing what you're doing as a career or job, you get a resume, your resume. But your resume, one of the things I see, because when I screen a lot of applications, like I screen, like I know how to hire somebody, right? Well, one of the things I see on people's resumes is that they will have multiple things that they do. They have multiple, they did nanny, they did caregiving, they did McDonald's, they got different stuff. No, that disqualifies you. So if you're applying for a nanny job, you need to have your nanny experience, your babysitting experience, just that, a resume just for that. If you have experience in the food industry and you're applying for a food industry job, you want to have a resume just for that, like all the jobs that you have had. So whatever industry that you're in, it needs to be niched down to your resume needs to be niched down to that. Because when I look at resumes and they have like all these different jobs and then none of them have what I'm looking for, like as far as the job that you apply, it's just, I just go to the next. So this is just from a career standpoint, is making sure that you have making sure you have that resume. You can actually just do a resume just for that. So that's important. But when you're doing government contracting, that's what you want to do. So if you're in the human resources, right? Because the government, of course, is straight up staffing, right? That's human resources. Well, I'm learning human resources is actually different parts of human resources. So I know you have the hiring human resources, you have the paperwork human resource. I hope I'm not offending nobody. I just didn't know it was different areas of human resources until one of my members, she's in human resources and all she does is just policies and that's it, or handbooks. So yeah, so that's that. But if I'm just giving an example, if you are in human resources and you want to do government contracting as a business, follow those 2 steps and then make sure when you start applying for government contracts, then you want to attach that particular resume that you have and as past performances. So like sometimes the government will ask you like for those past performances, but they'll ask the person that you actually work for to fill out a form or whatever. If you still have a good relationship with your job, then you can ask them to fill it out. You can even ask them to fill it out, even if you're not. If you even think about, hey, I'm going into government contracting because I want to make 7 figures or 6 figures or multiple 6 figures to 7 figures, go ahead and get it filled out because a lot of times that form, you probably don't know the form that I'm talking about, but I do go over this in my government contracting class. I'll show you how to prepare contracts. So make sure you are a member of Women Empowered to learn these things. But making sure that you have that form already ready for it's like a referral, really. It's like a referral. But this is how you can start a business with no business ideas. And then not only that, when you do the government contracting route, right? If you do it that way, then you're already doing something that you want to do or already have been doing, but you're making more money. So I don't know how much money you make right now, but most of the contracts that I have seen that we saw are multiple 6 figures to 7 figure contracts. So you're making more money and you're secure. So a lot of times with these contracts, they're anywhere from 5 years to 20-year contracts, depending on what you're doing. If you're in real estate, I tell people if you're in real estate, you can do government contracting and you do not have to have a real estate license. I want to repeat that. You do not have to have a real estate license to do real estate with the government. I really feel that the real estate industry, I mean, you don't even have to be um, in that field of arena for that, for real estate, if you want to make money in real estate with the government. But I do highly encourage you, if you don't have any business ideas, is to go the government contracting route. Okay, because that's going to give you the leverage of your experience of starting a business and then making more money in your business, or just making more money, period, right? Just making more money, period, because the government is buying these things. If you want to know, if you want to just ask me, hey, if the government buy my services, make sure you comment the type of business that you have, and I will respond to that. So that way you will know, you'll be able to know exactly what the government is buying, and then I can let you know, because a lot of times I know, like I know they're doing photography. I know the government buys that. I know the government buys real estate. I know the government buys call center. Administrative is big, like any type of administrative. Like if you're in administrative work, it's like every entity that I see buy administrative. So if that's what you're currently doing right now, the government is buying that. You just have to position yourself in the industry as a business. That's the only difference, because you got the experience. You just have to position yourself as a business. I help with that too. I can position you, help you get positioned as a business. Okay, I can help you get positioned as a business. I can help you get registered. I can help you, write, because you got to write it. I can help you with past performances so you can show that you have the experience. That's part of what I do with my membership with Women in Power. So I highly encourage you, if you don't have any business ideas, this is how you get into it. That's my thing. I also want to just, once again, if you enjoyed this information, make sure you subscribe. And also make sure you comment what type of business that you have. So that way I can let you know, hey, the government is buying this, or they're not buying this, or whatever. Also, make sure you're checking out my videos, because I kind of break down certifications and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.